Yo, MP, let's go.
Time to turn the page, MP.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jason Tatum.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the center filling out the middle. And for the Rockets,
here we go.
At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. With a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Brooks. Tari Eason's checked in for Green. And Shepard subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Red Hot was indeed hot in the last game against the Timberwolves. Put on a show. He scored 31 points, and he did a good job to dish out a few assists to his teammates as well. He was difficult to contain in that one, and his performance off the bench was impactful. Let's see if he can do that again tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Pass to Hauser. Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Tatum's got 17 now.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Smith for three. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Thompson passes to Eason. It'll count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
They've got Tari Eason. Adams is out there with Smith. Then it's Thompson, and it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. To the middle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Celtics.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket. A darn good free throw shooter. Smith doesn't seem to have a weak spot coming into the league.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
The shot by Wilson, no good. Rockets trail by 3. Here's Eason. Adams trying to free himself up. No good with the layup.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Thompson outside. Back to Holiday. Thompson outside. Back to Holiday from outside the arc. They get it back. Out to Thompson. 3-pointer on the way. Rebounded by the Celtics, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Brooks checked in for Steven Adams, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. It's Brooks on the wing, guarded by Tatum. The shot by Thompson, no good. Celtics leading by 5. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Hart.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Green. Pass to Brooks. No good. White with the defensive effort. Brown with it. Now Green defending. Stolen by Brooks. 3-on-3. Puts it up from 12. Brooks. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You can never question Brooks in regards to his willingness to work. He gives it to you every time he's out there. He gives you his all.
Here's Wilson. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
1:14 left to play here in the second quarter. There's Green with the 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Celtics leading by 6. To the paint. Here's Wilson. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
The playmaking of Brown continuing to evolve. Nice dime there. You know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Brown with the bounce pass. And another. Once again, shot good from Wilson. Wilson's got the lead up to 8 now for Boston. Houston's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. VanVleet with it. He has 5. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Houston with another.
And the stroke of VanVleet is so nice, proving once again why he's so valuable to this team.
Holiday, the pass to Wilson. Now Brown. Back to Wilson. The Rockets pull it in. Brooks has got his 4th rebound in this one. At the elbow, Smith. Here's VanVleet. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Now just a 4-point Boston lead. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Boston on top. They're up by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And we welcome you to halftime as the Boston Celtics are getting everything they can handle so far.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through the net, you could see their confidence growing. All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. Okay, guys, Houston Moon wants to know, Jet, would you ever consider coming back into the NBA to coach? That's an interesting one.
Oh, it's not interesting at all. I haven't given that much thought, only because I'd have to coach guys like Shaq, and he's not coachable.
Well, if Houston didn't have a problem before, they will after hiring Kenny.
Because, like I said, the players have your attitude today.
Whatever.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly... Making a switch here. Eason's checked in. Celtics also with a sub. Wilson, he's checked in for White. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
On the court right now for the Celtics, the talented wing pair of Brown and Tatum. Wilson out there with Porzingis, and it's Holiday in at the point. Back to Wilson. An easy 2 points on the layup. Wilson's got 14 points.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
Houston's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Van Vliet passes to Brooks. Back to Van Vliet. For the lead, Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. Fred Van Vliet picks one up.
And, you know, really, guys, Brown is very talented at knocking down shots, even when getting hit.
And, Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Now, that one from Van Vliet.
Just another day doing what he does. Van Vliet lines it up and drills it.
Wilson kicks to Porzingis. The Celtics working the ball around now. And here's Tatum for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one. Now Van Vliet. He's got 12. Down low. Porzingis with the steal. Holiday, the pass to Wilson. Missed inside. Rockets trail by 5. Thompson in the post. Brown's there, and Thompson gets it to go.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Wasted no time on that one. Brown's got 10 points in the quarter.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Van Vliet against Howard. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And here's Brown outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Celtics lead by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got him and Thompson. Tari Easton is out there with Smith. And then there's Steven Adams, and it's Tate in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Pritchard passes to Tatum. And here's Wilson, covered by Smith. The shot by Wilson, no good. Rockets trail by 9. Here's Tate. Smith with a screen on Tatum. Tate, no good. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's Wilson. Tatum on the wing. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Pass to Eason. Misses from short range.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards.
And that game against Memphis, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Tate, and it's Smith finishing it off.
And Smith is just so impressive, especially when he's working in that screen and roll.
Outside Wilson. Tatum slips by the contact inside.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Back to VanVleet. In the corner, it's Eason. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And the 3 ball is good.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Outside Wilson. Pass to Horford. Buries it down low. And the Celtics lead by 9.
You know, Horford combines skill and power with experience and smarts. And that makes him hard to shut down in the paint.
Timeout called. Rockets. For the Rockets, Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams. Dylan Brooks comes in. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge,
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Hey, nice to see you. Come back soon.
MP, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Nice to see you.
Hey, nice to see you. Come back soon.
Hey, welcome in. you next time.
Hang in there.
Looking good, my guy.
Showtime, MP. True ballers only.
What's out there, MP?
Surprisingly loud crowd tonight. This should be a good one.
Like 39 last year. It's like I'd like to see each of us try to schedule 2 internationals. Talk to your teams and let me know how much it's
Oh, say does that.
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. As we get deeper into the season, the Eastern Conference standings are really taking shape. Let's take a look. You take a look at the Celtics, sitting pretty at this point of the season, second place and looking to move to first.
You know, for the Celtics,
I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The 2 Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Oklahoma City, Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. Then it's Jalen Williams. And it's Jones in at the 4-man position. Tip-off goes to the Celtics. Richard, what do you expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys.
Stay there. Right there.
Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Jang, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Jones. Caruso, he's checked in for Williams. And Isaiah Joe subbed in for Dort. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Horford, he's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Wilson comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. And MP's made no secret that one of his main focuses this season is taking down the top teams in the league. His motivation in games like this has been clear.
Well, credit to MP for his role in helping this team step up to the level of competition. They may not be infallible, but they're an absolute force. They can beat any team in the league on any given night. And this matchup gives them another opportunity to prove that.
All right, I'm told we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, joining us now with the latest news. Shams, what's the update?
Thank you, B.A. Getting closer to the trade deadline, the Milwaukee Bucks have not hesitated on taking action. They're plugging in Paul George to this franchise, and with that, an enormous degree of versatility. With the ability to exploit advantages at 3 positions on the floor, this team just became a lot more dangerous. And George is an enforcer who also has increased his three-point shooting in the latter half of his career. He's going to be a good option when this team needs a bucket, and he can really help you win.
Shams, thank you. Always some intriguing news breaking in the NBA. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. And so it's Boston closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Isaiah Joe is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Williams. And it's Caruso in at the small forward position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going in the second.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Inside, here's Wiggins. And he banks in the layup. Wiggins has got 6 points in the quarter.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. For the Thunder, Hartenstein comes in for Williams, and it's Dort in for Joe. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Hauser. They grab their own miss. Outside Holiday. Wilson passes to Tatum. Tatum drills the three.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Dort outside. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Holiday. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points for the game.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Down low. Here's Wilson. Misses from short range.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. Hartenstein finds Dort. Shoots from 12. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Boston leading by 7. Here's Wilson. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. He's got 6.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Caruso outside. To the inside. Here's Wiggins. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
Pass to Wiggins. The 3. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency. 1:49 left to play in the first half. Holiday against Dort. Wilson. And the shot's good.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Thunder trail by 10. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Pritchard. Oklahoma City shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The first free throw is good.
And I think Lou Dort is a textbook example of a high-effort player. He is just relentless on both ends, constantly looking for ways to make a difference.
It's stolen. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. And he drops it in from the low post. And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. They've led by as many as 14. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Oklahoma City squad.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each won 1.
And who knows, if you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams could see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Here's Williams. Boston pulls it in. This game following their win against the Rockets.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let them get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
From deep three-point land. No good on the buzzer beater. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Boston out in front. They're up by 11. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Boston Celtics.
I have some research here that might explain everything. Apparently 3 is more than 2. They keep making threes. That's why they're ahead.
I can't even begin to tell you how profound that was, big fella. And we've got some trades being made around the league. Always a compelling story.
This move improves their shooting. George is consistent and brings a scorer's mindset.
Going to be fascinating to watch them integrate him into their offense. He can really stretch the floor. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more even. So he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wilson's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Holiday. Oklahoma City shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Taking a look at the Celtics. The star wing pair. It's Brown and Tatum outside. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Wilson in at the power forward position.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
And that one's good. Wilson's got 16 points now.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Williams on the wing. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. 5 on the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Wiggins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Joe comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Horford, he's checked in for Boston. Hauser comes in for Tatum. Out of bounds, it'll be Oklahoma City's ball. And with just about half the season in the books, checking in on the top rookies, starting to establish themselves as legit NBA talent. Right in the thick of this season, he is the guy when it comes to Rookie of the Year. What a year he's having.
And this is the type of player you have to be excited about. There's no question he should be at the top of the Rookie of the Year rankings.
He has to be. The thing that's impressed me most is his mental toughness. He's got the kind of poise that you just don't see in a lot of rookies.
Here's Wallace. Joe on the wing. From deep. Counted from distance. Joe's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
To the paint. Here's Hauser. Hits the jump hook.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's Williams. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Give him 8.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Wilson passes to Brown. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. Thunder trail by 8. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Williams. And it's Oklahoma City scoring again.
And he's been much more assertive here in the second half, getting to his spots, executing with ease.
Kick out to Brown. To the middle. Here's Wilson. Williams defending. And that one's good. Wilson's got 4 points in the quarter. Now here's Williams. He's got 10 from 10 feet away. Again, Oklahoma City.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And so it's the Boston Celtics leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Aaron Wiggins out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Isaiah Joe. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Jang in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. To the inside, here's Wilson. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Boston.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
Yeah, all throughout the game, the opposition hasn't been able to keep them off the glass, and they're paying for it, giving up second chance points.
Caruso, left side. Tatum pulls it in.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Here's Hauser. No good on the triple. Thunder trail by 8. Down low. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. To the paint. Here's Wilson. Buries it down low. Wilson's got 22 points.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Now Caruso. It's Wiggins on the wing. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Pritchard. Inside, Wilson. Jang pulls it in. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 8-point game. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Wiggins. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say.
How'd that go? It was great. Hey, come over this weekend? Yeah, sounds good. I'm free Saturday night. Saturday? Yeah, hey, dog, send a picture. Yeah. saying she's having second thoughts. That the talking points don't line with the core values. Two players. Hey, exactly. They don't. Good game, MP.